How do you help young children cope with trauma? Last year, the Bartlett family from Sydney's Northern Beaches faced that exact question when they received a shocking diagnosis for their son, Jack.
Now, as young Jack wrestled with the physical challenges of cancer, his sisters were hugely impacted by the disruption to family life. Simon spent some time with this incredible family.
Thanks, Mon. Yes, thanks to another school mum, Mum and Dad Kate and Justin turned to a wonderful organisation called the B Centre for Help, where the focus is on our precious kids and play therapy.
We all face grown-up-sized issues in our lives, but you don't expect them when you're 10 years old. For bubbly, brilliant Jack Bartlett early last year, that's what happened. He was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia.
At the time, I just took it as it is. It happened, and I obviously couldn't stop it from not happening, so I just had to try be the most positive I could be.
With can-do courage, Jack led the way for his mum Kate, dad Justin and sisters Addie and Ava.
Jack was amazing. He was so brave and stoic and positive throughout the whole time. I think he blew us all away with his strength.
The road back was long and very tough.
After the first round of chemotherapy, they deemed Jack high risk and decided that the best way to cure him was to send him for a bone marrow transplant. So at that point, they tested both my daughters, Ava, who is now 10, and Addison, who's now 7. Both were matches, which was a godsend, and they opted to have Ava as the bone marrow donor.
The intense focus and enormous stress around Jack affected everyone.
Particularly for Addison, the youngest. She just started school that year and it really took its toll on her in particular.
You remembered your room.
A vibrant, outgoing little girl had retreated. A friend suggested Kate give the B Centre a call.
Are you happy doing anything in the sand?
They had the most amazing play therapists who really cared for them. Addie started first, and then we thought Addie was getting so much out of it that maybe Ava could come.
I think that it was just the freedom of them getting to do like playing and letting all that stress just die down was really good for them. Good? Yeah?
Yeah, I think we've got this underlying idea that kids are resilient. And the reality is they just don't have the language or the capacity to tell us that they're not okay, they're not resilient, and that sometimes they need a lot of help and support to get through trauma.
Play therapy helps kids deal with their anxieties in the most instinctive way they know.
Because the people that they become are really dependent upon the experiences in childhood. And my own family is heavily dependent on the services of B Centre to help our youngest child, Alfie, who is having a terrible time dealing with the fact that his dad has terminal brain cancer, the symptoms of that, the uncertainty of that. And he was feeling really vulnerable, and he's now participating in the play therapy with this incredible team of therapists, and it's completely transformed our boy.
Meanwhile, for a healthy Jack and the Bartlett family, this Christmas will be special indeed.
You playing sport again?
Yes, I'm playing sport a bit again.
Doing your homework again?
Sadly. School captain, yeah.
Cool. And how is family life? Is it sort of back on an even keel now? Is it running all right?
It's still a bit busy, but it's obviously back to normal as it was before I was diagnosed.
As normal as your sister's driving you now insane? Is that right?
They've always been driving me insane. There's nothing changed there.
You realise how lucky you are as well, because our whole family was just wrapped up in this huge bubble of love and support, and you see some families in there and they're really doing it on their own, and we weren't. So you do think, why you? But then you see families that lose children and you think, we're lucky. So there's that contrasting points of view.